So oftentimes when you hear about like gaming and esports and other stuff like that in the news, it tends to be usually more on the negative side. It's people freaking out about their kids playing too many video games. It's people just, you know, freaking out about video games in general. It's people who play video games being associated with bad things. But every once in a while, there's some positives out there. And today I really do want to highlight some of those upsides that the community can kind of foster. Before that, I do just want to touch on a little bit of a negative in the esports community. For those of you who don't know, esports, professional video game players. So there was a team called Denial. They have been shrouded in problems for ages. The old owners owed people a bunch of money, and then the new owners owed people a bunch of money, and this is unfortunately a common thing a lot of the times. People sign contracts for these orgs, and then they don't get paid, or they just get flat up screwed over. But recent updates from the last round of Denial ownership, so co-owner Zach Smith, also known as ZachTech, CEO, copy pasta, I'm 6'4" and fully tatted, he did one step worse than not just paying people. He started charging people back after having paid them. I've now seen at least 2 people come forward saying that they've been charged back money. I'm sure more allegations will come forward based on what some of the people have said. But just recently, Mike, who was a former player on the COD team, said that he had been charged back by Zach Smith, so he currently has a negative balance in his PayPal of $2,157, because he specifically said, I kept silent about this for a while thinking he was a man of his word, but instead he changed his number and deactivated his Twitter. I'm not the only one who is charged back. Other players have way larger amounts charged back than I do, 7K plus, etc. So this wasn't too bad, or this isn't too bad, but that's $2,000. So the reason why that's worse than just not getting paid at all, when you haven't been paid at all, you don't have that money to spend and use on different things. When you've been paid and you're like, finally, I got paid what I was owed, so now I can, you know, pay my rent, you know, buy things I need, pay for food, all that kind of stuff, and then they charge it back, you're now negative because you spent money that you did not anticipate somebody was gonna be like, actually, I only paid you to get people off my back, and now I'm taking it back. On top of the COD players, the Gears team also reported that they were experiencing chargebacks as well, which is just shady and garbage. And we don't support these people, and it doesn't seem to matter who new comes in and takes over Denial. It's still just a bigger shit show than the last time. But like I said, today I did not want to focus on negatives. That just popped up right before I started recording, and I just had to laugh. But we are going to be talking about something positive today, and this is something that the gaming community does extremely well. And this is something that is growing every year, and there's tons of different ways that you can contribute. It's something that I want to do more of, and that is like insane charity donations. And we're specifically going to be talking about the incredible near $1 million raised in 4.5 hours by Dr. Lupo.
Thank you so much to every single person that's donated, to every single person that supported St. Jude, and most importantly, from top to bottom, St. Jude. Thank you for doing and fighting for what every single person wishes they could support. I know there's people that can't donate. I know there's people that can't be a part of this monetarily, but thank you for spreading the word. Thank you for making me the last block of this thing and absolutely destroying anything that I thought we could do. $919,000. Chat, I love you to death. I gotta go. I'm gonna sit here in my chair and cry for a little bit.
So if you don't know Dr. Lupo, he started in the Destiny scene, moved his way through the BRs, and then once Fortnite came out, he really blew up in Fortnite. He plays with, you know, Tim the Tatman, Ninja, all of the biggest names in the Fortnite scene, and he's huge. He makes a ton of money, and he is partnered with an organization called Guardian Con, which was an event meetup that is just really eclipsed into this fantastic organization that does a ton of fundraising, specifically, or usually at least this year, for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, which is a very noble thing. So at the beginning of 2019, they set out with a goal to reach $3 million by the end of the year to donate to St. Jude's. And it is currently June 24th, and they are at, I'm just gonna refresh this in case they've gotten more. They are currently at $3,723,000. Almost, you know, almost $724,000 on top of that 3 mil. And almost 1 million of that was made in 4.5 hours yesterday when Dr. Lupo was streaming on the Guardian Con Twitch channel. They had a bunch of different goals that people could hit. Obviously, a lot of really big people like Ninja, like Tim the Tatman were making major donations. Apparently, State Farm donated $10,000 themselves. And Dr. Lupo was matching donations after they reached a milestone of $200,000 up to $50,000. So yes, while he did contribute a lot to that, his own fundraiser, you know, $50,000 is a far cry off the $920,000 for charity. So very, very close to an entire $1 million made in only 4.5 hours, which is absolutely incredible. To put this in perspective, I did a 12-hour stream last summer and made almost $3,000. And he was making on average like $3.4 thousand per minute of that stream. So like when I first saw that, I was like, oh my God, he must have been streaming. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I don't think it was a 24-hour stream, but you know, I assumed it was a long stream that kept, the milestones kept going. But no, in a very short 4.5 hour stream, this man made close to $1 million for a children's hospital, which is fantastic. And this is something that, you know, you see a lot of. So obviously, like I said, Guardian Con as a whole has, you know, raised almost $4 million at this point. Most of which is all raised on Twitch, but there's a couple of other areas that it was raised and a couple of other events where money was raised for that. But this is like a really cool thing to be involved in. So on top of my own charity stream that I did last summer, I was involved in like a group charity stream for a children's hospital in like December of 2017. Yeah, so like right before Christmas. And that's definitely something that I want to continue doing. It's something that I want to do more of. And I just really love seeing people who make it big, or who, you know, they have their dreams come true and they're doing really well. And then they you know, they put their money where their mouth is. You know, they actually put that extra effort in. They donate a lot of their own money. They get the community involved. They make their community a place of giving, a place of betterment of the world. And they have such large platforms, and particularly the Fortnite community. They have very young audiences that can be annoying, petulant little troll children. But by seeing stuff like this, you can help encourage them to be better, so that they're not just wishing to be famous or to be famous Twitch streamers so they have all this money, but so that they could, you know, hope to be like, I hope I can get to the point where I can be like Dr. Lupo so that I can donate a bunch of money to this really cool cause. And not only is this just an incredible feat in general, this is also the most amount of money that's been raised by a single person in such a short amount of time on Twitch ever, I would assume. If there's someone else that I'm not thinking of, but I can't imagine having that much money raised in such a short amount of time and not having heard about it. So this is just truly incredible. This is the kind of stuff that, you know, the media should really be pushing from creators. So this is the kind of stuff you want to see pushed forward. This is the kind of stuff that people need to see so that people can get involved and people can see the benefit of like what their platform can do. Even if not just donating their own money to causes, but getting their fan bases, getting the people that look up to them and watch them involved in these kind of causes. It can literally make all the difference in the world. And it doesn't just have to be for children's hospital. You can do it for like clean water initiatives. You can do it for mental health initiatives. You can do it for homelessness. Like, there's so many different areas that people can help by doing things like this. And you just feel good. You just feel good when you contribute money to a cause, or when you contribute to helping donate money to a cause. It is a really great feeling knowing that you made a difference in the world. I think it's something that we can all aspire for just a little bit more, instead of always just getting, and I know that most of my channel is reporting on like crazy things I see, things I don't like, ranting because I'm good at it, but I do like talking about things I'm passionate about, and I think this is the kind of stuff that also deserves some light shown on it, because it was really incredible. So if you guys are interested in donating any money, I'll have the links to Guardian Con down below. And if that's not something you feel like donating to, you know, I encourage you to look up other charities where you can, you know, confirm that most of the money is going to the right place. Because unfortunately, with a lot of charities, they're a little bit shady occasionally. So just do a little bit of research into anything you're interested in, and you know, just, you know, donate what you can. Even if it's $1, it goes a long way. If everybody gives a little, it equals a lot for people who might need it more than you. So that's pretty much gonna do it for today's video. I'll have some links to stuff, like I said, down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I know there's tons of people who do all sorts of like crazy charity events. Obviously, people like PewDiePie have raised a bunch of money for things in the past. You know, Ninja himself, a bunch of smaller creators, like people that, you know, probably barely make enough money to live, do some really successful charity streams. And it really is, it's just a noble thing to do, and it's a good thing to focus on. So thank you all so much for watching. If you can think of any other really cool things you've seen, feel free to post them down below. Sometimes the world's a little bit too dark, and it's good to have some positive pick-me-ups like this. So thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all later.